to your dome. Crumb 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 to your dome.
What's up? How's all my turbos doing? And welcome to my tutorial on how to get easy KEM strikes. Last week we were going over tips for Tremor, and today we're going to be looking at Prison Break, specifically in this area right here. Now if you missed my KEM tips for Tremor and want to know my preferred class setup to get KEM strikes, links will be in the description as well as clickable videos on the screen. Now this strategy works best on free-for-all but can also be used for team game modes such as domination, if you have a reliable team with good communication. So after a lot of trial and error, I found this place to be the best area to get your KEM strikes. Now this is a great area because flanking routes are limited, making it harder for enemies to take you down. And all you gotta worry about is enemies coming from the bridge, enemies spawning from the waterfall area, and from the creek area. And not too often you're gonna have to worry about enemies in the tree stumps area, but of course always keep an eye on it. So let's go over the spawns first. We have 2 in the waterfall, 1 by the Hummers, 1 in the creek, and 1 in the truck and log area, but we will be patrolling this area most of the time, so we won't have to worry about enemies spawning behind us since we're occupying the space already. Now this strategy will be done in one general area, but I divided it into 2 separate locations for the simple fact that it is better to switch your locations when you start to get closer to your KEM. So the first location is pretty basic. Just like all my other strategies, our main focus will be constant moving, staying alert, and checking on every single line of sight and spawn points. I cannot stress this enough. If you're just standing still, you're going to miss out on kills, and the probability that someone will flank you is going to be much higher. Think of this strategy as if you're a spider, and whenever someone enters your web, you go in for the kill. And that's basically what this is. So when you're in this area, it's important to use the truck, logs, tree, and leaves for cover. We aren't left with much choice since there are no buildings to give us cover, so staying stealthy while you navigate and patrol the area is a must, especially when you're going for a kill or checking for enemies, unless you're completely fine with potentially dying and losing your KEM streak and raging your ass off. And another thing you want to keep an eye on is the path between the big tires and rocks. Enemies will be coming in from there, and it's a great choke point while you get to use the logs for cover like I mentioned earlier. Now the next area to keep your eye on is the bridge. Enemies spawning from the Hummers will be crossing this area, so when you're patrolling this area for enemies, it's important to stay close against the sides, and the closer you stay against the sides and objects, the harder it is to be spotted by enemies who are lurking or trying to kill you, and you'll see that when I post my full gameplay for this map. Another area to look out for is the creek area. Sometimes people will come through that area and try to run across that tree that you could shoot down that connects to the stumps area, which is great because you can hear them running across the tree for an easy kill, but be aware of this as you could get spotted and killed. And in my previous Road to KEM Strike videos, you might be wondering why I sometimes pause and wait, and here's why. And a quick little tip that's super helpful is keeping an eye on your kill feed. It helps you know whether to expect enemies to come from certain spawns, and you'll be a lot more ready. Also, I do this when I listen for footsteps, and I can never say this enough: run that amplify. And this brings me to my next point and why I broke it down into 2 locations. You're on a 10, 15, 20 kill streak, right? People will know that and will come after you, and they know exactly where you are, and they will try to prevent you from getting your KEM strike because they're assholes. So here is where we outsmart them. When you feel it's the right time to move, quickly navigate to the waterfall creek area, and the general strategy here is that we will be using the rocks as cover and only staying within this area. Keep an eye on your surroundings, possible lines of sight, and the spawn points. Never run after the enemy, especially in this area. It's too wide open, and I've died 1 to 2 kills before I got my KEM because I thought it was safe to run out there and chase the enemy. Then I died because someone was camping inside the sewage tunnel. But the nice thing about this strategy is that you can keep outsmarting the enemy by switching locations over and over again. And like I said in previous videos, this is the blueprint. You can freestyle it any way you want to. You don't have to move to a new location if you feel like you can hold an area down. Adjust to the flow of the game and make good decisions and stay mobile. And if you kill them in the rock and creek area, move back to the fire and log area and vice versa. And that's basically it. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I do try my best to help out as much as possible, and hopefully you guys try this strategy out next time you're on this map. And be on the lookout for my Road to K.E.M video on Prison Break to get a closer look at how I run my own strategies and make certain decisions. Remember to give this a thumbs up, it truly does let me know you guys want to see this series continue. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll see all my turbros in the next vid. I'm out, peace.